Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. Um, I am here with a few messages, two messages actually, for today. Today is April 30th, 2026. You may follow me on the Talk the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. So, two messages. I don't usually do this. Usually, when I get downloads and stuff at work, I write stuff down. Usually, it's for me pertaining to creativity and things like that. And every once in a while, I'll get messages, and I'll be like, "Oh, I'm gonna share them," with everybody on the tube. And then I write them down, and I lose them, or I write them down and I forget them somewhere. And then when I remember, like, oh, where's the messages? I'm always like, well, I guess that was meant to be. The thing is I got two messages, and I did not forget the sheet. I remembered the sheet, and I have it with me. So here we go. I'm thinking that's a sign. So the first one, take how it resonates for you. It's a song by Jewel called Little Sister, and it's basically about someone's sibling or relative or family member or friend, however that works. Like being hooked on drugs and alcohol and stuff like that. Something about I don't know. Somebody needs to listen to the song. And I wrote down some of the lyrics, but they're not like it's not like together, if that makes sense. So I wrote down self-proclamation, question mark, closer to God, question mark, and drugs are all we know of love. And those are lyrics from the song, but they don't go like in that order, and they're not necessarily together like that. I don't know if somebody thinks that drugs bring them closer to God. Some people believe that. And I'm not going to say yay or nay or anything about that because, I mean, I've done stuff in the past too. So I'm not going to say, oh, you shouldn't be doing that. Oh, no, that's not going to bring you closer to God. I think, in my opinion, I think all of that stuff is individualized. Like, I don't feel like any of that stuff ever brought me closer to God. I don't feel like I ever really had any epiphany moments when I was high. Um, take how that resonates. The second message is, and I just looked it up on my phone, and I might be pronouncing it wrong. It's from Lord of the Rings. It's the Eye of Sauron. I never read the books. I watched all the movies like once. I cannot sit through those movies. They were great movies, but too freaking long for me. So let me read you this. The Eye of Sauron is the primary symbol of the Dark Lord's malice, vigilance, and power in The Lord of the Rings, appearing as a lidless eye wreathed in flame, while films show a literal giant eye atop. I don't. The, the pronunciation of it's almost like a building, but it's not a building. Barad-dûr, Barad-dûr, Barad-dûr. I can't remember how they pronounce it. It's seriously, it's been that long since I watched the movies, and I never read the books, unfortunately. The books primarily present it as a terrifying psychic projection and a mental image representing Sauron's ever watchful gaze and his attempt to find the One Ring. So here's the deal. I was standing at my pick station picking, and I went to walk towards the other side, and it's not that far. It's probably a little bit bigger than this table, I would say. Maybe half of a table bigger, the actual pick station. So I'm walking from one side to the other, and something caught my eye out of my left eye. And when I looked up, there was a light, a very bright light in the corner. And I'm sure it's always been there, right? Like, I'm sure I've noticed it before. But I looked at it this time, and it stood out to me, and I literally just heard the Eye of Sauron. So take how it resonates for you. When I read this a few minutes before I started this video, the thing that jumped out to me the most was the books primarily present it as a terrifying psychic projection. So I'm just assuming, I'm thinking that somebody's seeing this in their dreams, their nightmares, their visions, whatever the case, daydreams. Because that's what stood out to me the most, psychic projection. And it's funny because when I looked up at and I saw the light, the first thing I thought of was like it's watching me. You know what I mean? Like I was like it was watching me. Like something's up with that light. And then I heard the Eye of Sauron. So take how it resonates. That's it. That's all the messages I got. I hope everybody had a fabulous Thursday. I was just gonna say Wednesday. I think I'm stuck in my wonderful day off yesterday. I hope everybody had a great Thursday, has a great evening. I'm getting ready to do the reads right now. So talk to you later. Bye.